All right, welcome back to the News at Noon, and joining me right now, Dr. Jeff Hessing and Dr. John Eck, both primary care physicians here in the Treasure Valley and the Boise area. And we're going to talk about that, primary care physicians, because we have open enrollment ending next week, right, the 15th. And this is the kind of the time of year when people who may be making some changes to their health care, looking at other doctors that used to be covered, maybe not covered, or whatever. This is an important part of your connection to better health. Is that right, a primary care physician?
That's correct. I should probably clarify. I am an orthopedist.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm also the president of our independent doctor organization.
Okay.
So I'm here representing that organization with John, who's one of our primary care providers.
Okay. And so it's important though, as you go out and look for a doctor, you want to know who you're going to get, don't you? How does somebody do that if you've never met this doctor and you're not really getting a whole lot of recommendations? Is it as easy as just kind of calling them up and saying, I want to talk to you?
Yeah, well, there's a variety of sources. I mean, we used to be people use friends.
Okay.
Nowadays, there's a lot of rating sites. 90% of my patients come from Google or other rating sites like Health Grades. And then, of course, with independent physicians who have the ability to refer to a broad range of specialists. Some people want to go to the website, the Idaho Independent Physician website, and look at those bios. So usually people use multiple sources in order to come to me. And so by the time they come to me, hopefully they feel good about who I am. They may even go to the physician's website and kind of say, yeah, that guy clicks with me quite well.
What is a primary care physician? What role does that play in somebody's health?
Want me to take that as well? Yeah, since I am one. So, well, a primary care physician is important. I mean, having a primary care physician in a medical home improves access by establishing with a primary care physician. It's been shown to lower costs, and it also has been shown to improve outcomes. So you have the triple aim. It really does help do that. Mm-hmm. Just like your home, when you come to a medical home, you hopefully have that comfort level. You have the familiarity. The medical team knows your medical history, and the medical team can assist you in whatever medical issues you may be having, as well as preventative services.
Okay. And so instead of having to go out and find a specialist right off the bat, I mean, it kind of limits that as well, or at least makes that easier, I should say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you have something to add?
And it's, do they really need specialty care? Mm-hmm. You know, we really promote low-cost, high-quality care that potentially the primary care provider can guide you through those decisions. And if you don't need to go see an expensive specialist, it'll save you money. If they can refer you to a low-cost facility, that will save you money. And they can help you in those difficult decisions that otherwise you wouldn't be able to negotiate that well.
Yeah, well, prevention or detection probably is one of the best medicines, right? And so somebody like myself, I get this asked all the time, do you have a doctor? No, I don't have a doctor. I just haven't really needed one. But what point do you just need to get a doctor so you can get that baseline to figure out when things start to go a little bit south? You kind of know, wait, this isn't right, and there's somebody to talk to. Where do you do that? When do you do that, I should say?
Right. Well, there's a whole list of qualifications of when you should. In your 20s, maybe see a doctor at least once, right?
Okay.
In your 30s, every 3 years. In your 40s, every other year. And then in your 50s, every year. It also depends on your personal history, your family history. It comes into account because there may be specialized testing we would want to do based on your history or family history. There's no set absolutes on anything, but that's kind of the generalization.
Okay. Well, Dr. Eck and Dr. Hessing, thank you very, very much for joining us today on the News at Noon. And if you have any other questions, I mean, is there some place, a website somebody could go to have these questions answered?
Well, certainly, probably the easiest source is our independent doctor websites. It's just independentdocsid.com. Pretty easy to get to, and we have links into most of all of our doctors where you can go to their personal websites and get information about all of them.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, and we'll be right back with more of the News at Noon right after this.